Danielle Demoy, the academic advisor here for Media Arts, first approached me about the idea. I think it's something that she had been thinking about for a while, just passing street performers, and she wanted to make it a interdisciplinary project between film students, audio students, and the advertising department. Some photography students in there, as well as animation, really everything. So she approached me about the idea, then I talked to Professor Ayrton about it as far as doing it for my senior project, and he gave me the okay to do that. And it was also going to be incorporated with the advanced music production class. So all of that came together, and we started at the end of last quarter, but mostly we've been doing it since the beginning of this quarter. So we had about 10 weeks or so to get it done. The hardest part of this project is probably going out and actually finding the talent, legitimizing yourself to them, working on your pitch as far as like what are you actually offering them. It was very challenging up front to be able to do that. It got a lot easier over time, but my first trips out were kind of not so successful. So the advanced music production class that was part of this project is headed by Professor Joe Kraus, and he wanted to pursue this idea, Danielle's idea. So basically, whenever this class runs, it's an opportunity for the class to make usually a record for a band. In this case, we were going to make a compilation of all of the different street performers. On week one, both him and I pitched the idea to the class, and we all picked our different roles as far as what we would take: tracking engineer, mastering engineer, general techs. All the different recording roles were chosen, and then we just went from there. The one problem we did run into was the Cheddar Boys. They get like really enthused when they play. They're very animated players, and towards the end of You Are My Sunshine, the microphone stand had been kicked a little bit from the foot stomping. It didn't sound that great in the mix, so what we did was have the whole class come in and stand around an Omni mic and just sing the last chorus and mix it in and make it sound really nice. So also during week one, I met with the advertising class. They were kind of tasked with coming up with a logo and kind of just pull this project together visually. So we went through a bunch of different logo designs over the weeks, trying to figure out what captured the spirit of the project, what looked the best. Our biggest concern was picking a name that really represented this project well, and the two ideas that were in the air were Flagstone and Street Spotlight. Flagstone basically being a stone that's made up of a lot of different parts, and also representing the street, but at the end of the day I thought that Street Spotlight was a little more simplistic, a little bit easier to understand. Near the end of this we finally came up with something, and they've helped me come up with a website that's going to host all of the content. The class and Professor Brown have all been very helpful in guiding me in that aspect of this. I pitched the idea to the media design class, which is run by Craig DeVideo, and I basically had to come in and do a presentation for the class and see if it was even something that they wanted to do. So I brought in a video that I had made, kind of the pilot for all this, that was okay, but not up to great video standards. But it was kind of a proof of concept idea for the project. As an audio student, it was really interesting seeing the film students set up their softboxes and lighting, just seeing how long that takes, the different techniques that they use, and also audio for video miking techniques that we don't, as audio students, always get the exposure to. And we came up with a plan to kind of make this all work together, where they come into the studio and shoot video, also film the interviews, and make it look great. The project was a great opportunity to work with different students in other departments, the film and advertising departments that I don't normally get a chance to interact with, and also the buskers themselves, to interact with those artists who we don't normally get to stop and talk to. I think that there were a lot of challenges putting this all together, working with other departments that I'm not used to working with, but I think it served as a great prototype for a project that could continue in the future and use this as a model to grow on.